Hello, I'm Father Raymond D'Souza.
Konrad Szysi-Kuczapski.
Russell Hittinger.
Luke Foster.
Stanisław Okoński.
Savio Kocheri, and I'm a participant from Canada. One thing that I enjoyed in particular about the Tertio Millennio Seminar is that these 3 weeks have been a petri dish of growth, of hope, and of a new understanding of the richness of the Catholic faith.
I was a participant in this seminar in 1994, the first year it was held in Krakow. And since 2009, I've been here as a lecturer, often speaking about economics.
I've been teaching in the seminar for 27 years, and my lectures cover some of the history and the philosophy of Catholic social theory, covering some, 15 different popes and 2 Vatican councils, and I have 5 of these lectures and 3 seminars.
And one of the most impactful and powerful things about the seminar is living here in Krakow, participating incarnately in the city that formed St. John Paul II, and being able to participate in the fullness of his thought that these wonderful presenters have given to us.
During the seminar, I really enjoyed the everyday talks with students and every participants from the seminar. Especially those conversations about the situation in church abroad and in Poland. I think it's nice to compare how it looks, how it differs, but how it also has some similarities. We can learn a lot from people in this seminar, and I think that they can also learn something from us Poles.
And what I hope to do in my lectures here is to help our participants see that in the world of economics, we can see God's providence at work. We can see the exercise of our human freedom and our creativity at work. And that this is how God intends to provide for not just our material needs, but for our development as agents, as free agents, and in fact, even as Christian disciples.
As a student of economics, it was the most important and crucial part of the whole seminars, and it gave us knowledge how we as Catholics should treat this very important branch of our everyday life.
For me, the lecture, the set of lectures that was the most memorable, that really moved me, was a series of talks by Father Kupczak, a Polish Dominican here in Krakow, on the intellectual biography of John Paul II. And he wove together very well the Thomistic grounding of JP2's thought with his phenomenological interests, his engagement with modern 20th century philosophy. And that for me was both a beautiful thing to understand in the context of JP2's life, and very, very important for the theme of the whole seminar, which is being confident in the truths of the Church, of the faith, but engaged passionately with the modern world.
Discussions and lectures of Professor Nicholas Eberstadt. I found him an important and very interesting person. He had lectures about population and also demography. It was built on very well done statistics, and I think those were the most important lectures and discussions for me.
In a lecture given by George Weigel, we are given a proper understanding of this transition period that we find ourselves in as young Catholics, and also as a beacon of hope, as active players in the new evangelization.
And I had many questions for a long time. It was about relationship between the idea of human rights and Catholic social thought, and also the way the Catholics should think about liberal democracy, and also how do you take what's mandatory, obligatory teaching of the Church in these encyclicals and what's not. And I really had a very good intellectual time in this group, and many questions that were not clear for me suddenly became clearer in just 1 hour or so.
It's very important because, of course, there's almost nowhere else that you can have this discussion, or at least a serious discussion. I mean, you're not going to get it in your parish bulletin, and you're not going to get it in your university, and you are not going to get it in casual conversations with your friends. So to bring the students together for 3 weeks with lectures and seminars and group discussions is a very effective way of learning.
One of my favorite things about the seminar is all the students come expecting an intellectually rigorous program, but I think often what they take away most is the social and cultural and liturgical aspect of the seminar. I think those have a great impact on the students and often in unexpected ways.
The students are the essence of the program. They're not just remarkable talent, but I think they're a hope for the future. And it's exciting and really a privilege for us to get to know and to stay in touch with these remarkable young men and women. And by the way, if you were going to hold a seminar like this anywhere in the world, Krakow, what George Weigel calls the city of saints, isn't such a bad place either.
Go see Częstochowa and Wadowice, all these places that really bring about the truth of John Paul II's spirituality that informs his thought. And it's been beautiful to experience the witness that Professor Weigel and all these wonderful presenters have given to us so that we can participate fully in St. John Paul II's thought and then live that on as hopefully good intellectual Catholic leaders that will go out into the world and participate more fully in the mission that St. John Paul II gave to young people in such a beautiful way.
I'd like to invite all of you who will consider joining the Tertio Millennio Seminar in the future to think hard about that possibility. It would be wonderful to meet you here in Krakow and to bring you into this unique international network of young Catholic leaders devoted to renewing society and the Church in the image of John Paul II.